You have extensive expertise on global politics and U.S. foreign policy. You've published multiple national bestsellers and talk a lot in your books about globalism, free markets, why nations rise and fall, and America as a superpower. Given all these concepts and the rapid change in global politics, people watch and often don't know what to do. People are confused and overwhelmed by what's going on in politics today. Kennedy said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." What does that mean today? What, in your opinion, makes a good citizen today? What do you think a good citizen is?
I think a good citizen is someone that questions their political leaders for the best reasons. Someone that educates themselves to be challenging to individuals, that they respect and love the office, they respect and love the country, but they recognize that we all are building something and individuals are flawed. And those individuals, whether they're Democrats or whether they're Republicans, whether they're 80 years old white guy, whether it's 27-year-old, former bartender from Queens, everyone's flawed. A patriot is someone who loves the country, but actually doesn't love it unquestionably, who actually wants the best, who works to make it better. And they're looking to bring people together as opposed to dividing people. America's this pretty unique country. Would I say it's the best country in the world? It has been for me. It's afforded me incredible opportunities. But in part, that's because people from all over the world came here, right? I think America has, in its best days, America acts as a beacon for other people. We beat the Soviets. We beat them. We didn't beat them because we outspent them. We didn't beat them because we went to war against them. We beat them because our ideas were better. We beat them because we stood for something that their own people understood was aspirational in a way that their own values and their own country was not. For me, patriotism is to try to ensure that those ideas that we are leading by example, whether or not you think we should have open borders, whether or not you think we should have free markets and free trade, it is very clear to me that the United States needs to lead by example. And a patriot is someone that does that. I've never thought of myself as a liberal or conservative. I've never joined a political party, in part because I don't like the feeling that if I agree on one issue, that means I should agree on all of these others down the line. It's hard for me. I also recommend, look, I'm a Christian, I'm a Catholic, I believe in God. But I recognize that the only reason that that's true is because I happen to be born where I was born with the parents that I had. And it's really hard for me to say, well, that's the true God, that's the only religion. And for your country, it's even more obvious. We happen to be born here, that's tremendous. It's wonderfully fortunate for us. But that doesn't make us better than these other people. So it can't be divisive. If you are the leader of the United States, the most powerful country in the world, number one for your people, for your citizens who you serve, right, is do no harm. And I think that a lot of our political leaders on both sides of the aisle have forgotten those lessons. And I think the role of money in politics in the United States has obscured those lessons. And I think that's why a lot of people are angry right now. A lot of people don't feel like our institutions are as legitimate and that the values that we stand for as a country feel as authentic as they had, let's say, after World War II. I grew up in the projects outside of Boston. It's a radically different, sort of upbringing from the kids I went to school with. It's a radically different upbringing from the people I live with in Manhattan right now. It's okay. It doesn't matter, right? And I think that the problem that I see with the United States right now is that there are a lot of people that think that the American dream doesn't apply to them anymore. They feel like the country has become so divided that they are not going to be able to afford their children the same opportunities that we thought everyone that came to the United States was going to get. And when they feel that way, they want to break things. When they feel that way, they want to throw the bums out. When they feel that way, they don't want any more immigrants, right? It's a very understandable feeling when you think that people have rigged the system against you, that then you start to divide. And that's what we need to get away from. This country did not become great by turning Americans against each other. This country became great because we afforded opportunities, not just for all of our citizens, but also for citizens that were oppressed and downtrodden from all over the world.
Your father served in the Korean War and died at the young age of 46, when you were just 4 years old. It is obvious in your books that you are an American patriot. Do you have any message for our veterans and their families who put their lives on the line to serve our country?
My message is how appreciative I am. These are people that have done more for their country. They've given the ultimate sacrifice, and they do it willingly. And we don't always treat them the way we should. These are some of the people that have not had it the easiest in their lives, in their backgrounds. The people that are making the decision to send people to war in the United States are frequently not the ones that are sending their own kids to battle. And I think that, we've had some good experiences in sending our troops all over the world. We've had some very bad experiences. But I know that whatever those experiences are, the reverence of the troops and the job that they do, they come back here, those people need to be treated with the utmost respect and dignity. They need a Veterans Administration that works for them. And we can't play games with their lives, with their families. I do think that that's a message that we have lost sight of over the past years, and it's one that we really, really need to get back front and center.
Help not only veterans when they come back, but also to channel our inner armies, command our inner armies to make ourselves better citizens